Today I have a treat for you. I am standing in front of 2096 Halstead. This is an all brick duplex that I have coming to you at $104,900. This is a high quality duplex in a B caliber neighborhood. We are talking Lakewood, Ohio. This is much different than Cleveland, Ohio. We are talking tenants with better jobs, more stable income. You know, we're talking people that are buying nice, here because of the nice trendy neighborhood. They're not here because it's the cheapest possible property that they can find. You buy yourself something like this. This is going to build you long-term wealth. You want to talk about cash flow. This is how you generate real cash flow. This isn't some, souped up pro forma. This is quality property in a quality neighborhood that's going to deliver you quality tenants, which is going to deliver you quality returns. Let's take a look inside. Alright, right now we are standing inside the downstairs living room. This is all the furniture from the seller. The story with the seller, older gentleman, he's been living here for about 20 years. He's ready to move on out of state. As you can see, we got the large living room. Goes all the way over here, kind of like a secondary room almost. Huge formal dining room. Alright, so that's the entire downstairs unit. As you can see, we have a very large living room, formal dining room, 2 beds in the back with a bathroom and a nice kitchen. In its current condition, once this owner moves out, we could go very, very cheap on the renovation. We can do just a little bit of repainting, touch up, salvage the carpet, just kind of clean everything up. You're looking at a couple grand, and we're going to generate probably $700, $750 in rent. Or we can go for a high-end renovation, which is what I recommend because we're in Lakewood. We can get that nice, trendy, high-end tenant. If we, do the walls all gray, pull the carpet, replace it with either another nicer carpet or polish the hardwoods that are under, paint the cabinets white, put some nice, silver hardware, do a backsplash granite countertop, we can achieve a high-end look and get a high-end tenant. We could probably get about $850 out of this unit, which, in my opinion, I think that's the move. You provide these folks with the nicest property on the block, they're never going to leave. So that's going to reduce your turnover. That's going to reduce your vacancy. You're going to get the best quality tenants, so you're not going to have to deal with evictions. That's the move. Let's take a look upstairs. We kind of have a similar thing. We can do a full high-end renovation for a little bit more money, get a higher rent, or it's pretty usable in its current state with just a little bit of cleaning up. Let's take a look. Now we're in the upstairs unit. As you can see, the condition is pretty similar to the downstairs unit. This is also going to be a 2-bed, 1-bath unit. Now, upstairs units typically are a little bit harder to rent than the downstairs. People don't really like to walk up the steps as much. The demand is still incredibly high, but we're going to get slightly less in rent. Now, same thing with the downstairs. It is pretty much usable in its current condition with just a little bit of cleaning up, maybe $1-2 grand. Or, same thing, we can go high end. Repaint all the walls gray, pull the carpet, buff the floors, replace the kitchen cabinets, replace the kitchen floor, do granite, do nice modern stuff. If we do a renovation like that, up here we're looking at about $800 in rent, $785 to $800. Whereas downstairs we're going to max out at about $850. Because the downstairs is a little bit more demand, so we're going to generate just a little bit more rent out of that. Alright guys, so now we're downstairs in the basement. We're checking out the mechanicals of the property. What are the mechanicals? That's our furnace, our hot water tank, our electric panel, etc. The things that make the house run. Another thing that makes this a solid investment is we have 2 gas lines, 2 separate electric panels, 2 hot water tanks, 2 furnaces. So that means you do not need to pay for gas or electric for your tenants. And we have some nice furnaces here. This one was installed in 2016. This one 2010, so both are pretty new. Over here, We got 2 separate hot water tanks, okay? One is a little older. Admittedly, that one's probably like 15, 16 years old. So in the next year or two, I would probably imagine you're gonna have to replace that. The other one is only 3 or 4 years old, so that one shouldn't give you any problems. Right here, we have 2 separate hookups for laundry. So your tenants, as a landlord, you're not gonna need to provide your tenants a washer and dryer. They're gonna bring their own. That's another thing that's gonna save you cost. Over here, we have 2 separate electric meters. As you can see, they are both updated. We don't have any fuses here. This is very modern. This has been updated within the last few years. Both labeled, one for the down, one for the up. And then lastly, 2 separate gas meters, so both tenants are going to be required to pay for their own heat to power those furnaces over there. Mm-hmm. And then a little bonus here, we have another bathroom down in the basement, so technically I guess the home is a 3-bath. As a pure rental investment, this really doesn't add any value, but there still is value here because if you think resale value, when you're done with this investment, you're ready to move on, you're ready to take your funds somewhere else, perhaps 1031 into a large apartment building. Having this bathroom down here is gonna, help you, because when you think resale value, a nice neighborhood like Lakewood, your only buyer is not necessarily going to be another investor. It could be an owner-occupant, and something like this is really going to appeal to them that they have another bathroom. So think resale. Don't always think just cash flow. There's a lot more involved in this than just cash flow. So if we buy quality properties in quality neighborhoods, attract quality tenants, we're going to have a quality price we can achieve when we come time to divest.